Hey everybody, Bob the Vape Computer Guy. Today we're taking a look at a new RDA from Augvape called the Druga. So this just came in recently. This is the Druga RDA from Augvape. It's a 24 millimeter by 24 millimeter pretty much, not counting the drip tip, RDA that I've been really enjoying. Has some great flavor on here. Goon drip tip compatible. Let's dive down to the table and take a look at it. Okay, so today we're taking a look at the Druga RDA by Augvape. This is the new packaging that they've been doing with all their stuff lately. You got their symbols on there, you got your scratch and sniff, and you got Augvape on top. Very nice casing, nice packaging. You got your normal little cards there. Right on top, you got your Allen key. Let's put this in focus for you, right? A little better. Let's pull this out of here. Let's get out whatever else is in there. Okay, it came out. So we got some different mouthpieces. You got a squonking pin. That's becoming the new standard, including a squonking pin with everything. You got another Delrin tip here. You got a standard, this looks like a 510 adapter pin for a 510 adapter. Some extra O-rings. Now let's take a look at this. Got some logo on that side, nothing on the other side. Nice big drip tip on there. At the bottom you got by Augvape. Mine is number 20,188. The pin is very slightly protruding. Do not recommend it on a mech. It's just not protruding enough. Looks like nice machining on there. Alright, two-post design. Nice straight edges, just, you know, nice and clean, simple. Look at that post. Now, they gave an Allen key, but that's Phillips heads. Allen key is going to work, I guess, for that squonking pin. Yeah, it does fit in there. Okay, so you can use that to put in the squonking pin, and as for the Phillips head posts, you can do it by hand or just use a standard small Phillips screwdriver. So, this is the post design on here. You can build by putting two coils in, just positioning them, tightening them down, which we're going to do right now. Let's throw this on there. Now one thing you can see here is you can't really do single coil in here because you have two slots, one on each side, and the same with the top, one on each side. I think they should have thrown in another slot here, and then you would have been able to put it in this way and do single coil. But this is definitely a dual coil designed top cap, okay? Which is how I usually build anyway, but it would be nice to be able to do that. So let's grab a couple of twisted Claptons, get my cutters. So we'll throw a couple of standard twisted Claptons on there. Pretty easy to open this up, get my coils in a general position without dropping them, how I want them. These just happen to be pretty good on the length that I don't think I'll have to trim them much. But you do have, you know, the little difficulty of getting both in the proper position to start. Alright, take my other coil. Just going to roughly get the leads where I want them. Of course, I have a camera in the way, so it makes it a little harder to position things how I want them. Now, there's advantages and disadvantages type of deck. Yep. The disadvantage, obviously, is it is a little harder to get your coils in there and get them where you want. The advantage is you can put some pretty large Claptons in there. You got a tremendous juice well, and you have a lot of versatility to do what you want. All right, as you see, I have these pretty close to the edge, so the airflow is really going to go straight onto it. All right. Now, of course, at this point, you're going to play with them a little bit, position them, get them about even. You can throw your top cap on, see where they're going to come out with airflow. If you hold it like this, you can see the airflow is going to be right there. Okay, it's going to be right on there. Take a reading here, 0.18. That's what I usually shoot for a 0.2 build. Again, it's not perfectly straight on there, but we'll tweak that. All right, not terrible. Do a little heating up here. A little bit of pulsing. Let's make sure that this is down tight. You can see you got a little more turn in there. You certainly want to have a good connection. All right. A little bit of strum in there on the hot spots. You can see how quickly they start to burn more even. Now what I'll normally do is separate these a little bit, just to make them spaced. It's heating up pretty good. A little hot in the middle there. There we go, pretty good. Don't forget the coil master isn't the best for this. I mean, it works well, but sometimes, first of all, my battery's dying in here too. But there we go. Of course, you want to make sure you're not shorting out. Now, this is not going to, because it's going to be on the outside of here, but you want to make sure your coils aren't past that edge. And I'm close, I'm right on the edge, but this is going to be on the outside. So when we pop that on there, if I got it in the right position, which I really didn't, you can see, what can you see? The coil is pretty much right there. Okay? So the coil's in the perfect position. Let's take a look here. This top cap. Top cap is standard Goon compatible. This is actually one from my Icon RDA. Goon style compatible on top. You got your squonking pin, you got your 510 adapter, you got your Delrin tip, and you're all set. So there you go. Let's go back up on top and start vaping on it. Okay, so there you go. That's the Druga RDA by Augvape. I didn't give you some measurements, so let's do that now. It is... Why are we in inches? Well, let's get out of inches, because usually you don't want to know inches for these things, right? This is 24 millimeter. All right, actually 23, 24. Height without the drip tip, without any drip tip, just the actual RDA itself, also 24. So you got 24 by 24. Not bad. And then you drip tip on top of that. I'm liking it. RDAs, unlike RTAs and other tanks and sub-ohm tanks, I've been using this for about 4 days, 3 days, 4 days. You can get a feel of them pretty quick. I don't feel they take 2 weeks of vaping on to tell if you like it or not. You can tell if you like the build deck, if you like the overall design, how it vapes. The airflow is pretty standard, side airflow. You can see I'm not using a lot of airflow on there. All right, I got it let's do it that way, less than half open, and she's vaping great. Got the smaller drip tip on there. You do have your 510 adapter. Goon compatible drip tips. You can throw the larger one on. Vaping nice. It's solid. It's nice, small, deep juice well. Everything about it's good. I'd say there's only 2 subjective cons. One would be the posts on the deck. Fine, I have no problems building in it. If you're a little bit more of a newbie with building, you might have a little bit of a hard time getting those coils lined up just right and then tightening down those posts. Unlike a velocity deck where you can just stick it in one side, tighten, stick the other one in, tighten, cut your leads, you're done. This does require a little more finicky work. Again, it doesn't affect the vape at all. It just affects building based on your skill level. That's the only thing with that. And I wish they had stuck in another slot in there. If they had put another slot in the side, then you could have used it for a single coil. All right, as it stands right now. Let's get that focus there. See, it doesn't want to focus. If you had, you have one slot in each side. If you had two slots, I'm sorry, a third slot on the side there, you'd be able to do single coil builds. Again, I never build single coils anymore, except sometimes when I'm testing juices or doing a juice review where I'm switching juices a lot. I'll wick one side instead of having to re-wick both sides. Other than that, I don't see any problems with it. It's nice. The Goon style compatibility is great. Sorry, blowing that in your face. So let's see what this is going for online here. I haven't looked up a price yet since this was sent to me direct from Augvape. They have it on this site, obviously, listed new. I'm looking at augvape.com, and they're just telling you stainless steel, 304, 24 millimeter drip tip, 24 millimeter diameter, 810 drip tip, 24 gold-plated deck, 24K carat. Clamp snag system, that's what they call that kind of a deck. And of course, you get your Delrin and your Ultim drip tip. Trying to find somebody who has it in stock. I'm not seeing anybody yet in the U.S. At least out of the major ones that normally would pop up. You got it. efung.top has it for $39.99. Let's see. wickedwireco.com. That's Australia.au. I believe it's Australia. It's $36.95. Yeah, so it's new. It's a little hard to find, but it'll start becoming available everywhere. And I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Like I said, single coil might have been nice, but otherwise it's just a clean, smooth, nice Goon compatible that really works well. Flavor's nice when you build your coils. I don't know if you can see it when you build your coils right at that level where they're going right through. If you pop that off, and you can see I put that there, I'm right at the height of my coils. When you build it that way, you get great flavor off it. Just really nice. I got some of this Royal Heights Red Whip in there. All right, put a little more in there. Nice large, juice well in there. That strawberry just really comes through. Really nice strawberry in there. Really nice. So there you go. That is the Druga RDA by Augvape. I'll put a link below for their website.